Resumes here inside the Hagonoy Gymnasium for your NBL President's Cup 2025. It is Zambales and the home team, Taguig, going at it. What a matchup we have. Our game at hand, the Constructicons taking on the Generals here in the continuation of our NBL President's Cup. Happy New Year to everybody watching all the action on all of our NBL live stream platforms. Let's take a look at our team standings. In Group A, Kamsur, Pampanga, Santa Rosa, Pangasinan, and Manila. Kamsur with a win earlier today. They still lead the pack at 6 wins. They're on a 5-game winning streak. And for Group B, it is the home team playing right now. Taguig still on top, unblemished at 6 wins and no losses. They will take on Zambales in the middle of the pack at 3 and 4. Both teams wanting to start off the year strong and continue the momentum they have. But first, let's talk about this team, the Zambales Constructicons. Fiery back and forth. That was their recent matchup. They won in a very dominating fashion, and that crucial win they had, 109-104. What a game for the Constructicons. A big momentum boost for them. 11 blaze threes, 33 fast break points, and their biggest lead was at 13. So good momentum for Zambales entering this game. So they want to be able to ride on that and continue to improve on their standings. This man though, Lindon Del Rosario, 15 big points, 3 of 8 3-point shooting, 4 rebounds and 4 assists. Complete performance from him against Pangasinan in their game last year, December 7, 2025. So he wants to help lead Zambales in their charge in today's game. But this team on the other corner, the Taguig City Generals, they remain unblemished, playing right now on their home court. What a vindictive victory they had. That was against Tikas Kapampangan, 115-102. What a game for the Generals. Their 3-point shooting wasn't that stellar, but it was the blaze threes and the assist really standing out for Taguig. And then they have been able to force Tikas to turn it over. Capitalizing are the Generals. Taguig with 45 big points from turnovers. So the #1 ranked Taguig City Generals really staying unblemished. They want to continue their winning streak and keep themselves on top of the team standings. This man though, Jose Maria Agustin versus Tikas Kapampangan, 16 points, 5 of 6, 5 rebounds, 1 block, 6 turnovers. So a very solid game for him against Pamper 14 2025. So for them, it's about staying sharp and staying strong as we enter this match. So up next, Zamboanga versus Taguig take here in our NBL Pilipinas.
At Hagonoy Sports Complex, Hagonoy, Taguig City. The Zambales Constructicons is taking on Taguig Generals. Live on the Leo Channel 23 and pusup.com. NBL 2025 Season President's Cup, ang tahanan ng tunay na homegrown. May we request everyone to please stand. Tumayo po tayo if you are able. And kindly remove your caps or headgears with the Philippine flag to be carried by David Completo. And making his way back tonight, Mike Sampurna. Let's sing all together the Philippine National Anthem.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kindly remain standing for the team's hymn. Let's start with the hymn of Zambales. Here's Zambales Constructicons.
Sa dakong kanluran, tama ang kaunlangan, pinagpala sa ganda ng kapaligiran. Tunay na masasabing kaaya-ayang lalawigan. Bawat batas ng labi ay ngiti, bawat puso ay minimithi. May ganda't yaman ating lahi, ito ang lalawigang Zambales. Sa pagsikat ng araw, mabuhay ang isigaw. Lalawigang Zambales, langitang siyang kawawis. Mga tanawin at biyaya ay kaakit-akit. Masaganang ani sa dagat at bukid, bunga ng supak ko'y nagamit. Tamis ng tagumpay ay hatid, sintamis ng hanggang Zambales.
Thank you very much, Zambales Constructicons. And to render the Taguig City hymn, your Taguig Generals.
Bayang pinapala ng dakilang lumikha, may bagong pag-asa sa hangaring dakila, sa mahal kong bayan. Ialay nating lahat, tapat na paglilingkod, Taguig ay sasagana. Taguig, magmaliwan ang lahat, di ka malilimot. Bayan kong sakal dilag, sa iyo ko nadarama. Taguig ay paunlarin, ang aming hangarin. Bayan kong Taguig, wala kang pagmamali.
Maraming salamat, your Taguig Generals. NBL fans, you may now be seated. Both teams will meet at center court for the sportsmanship handshake. Let's begin the excitement, mga ka-NBL. Here are the starters. Beginning with the Zambales Constructicons. Forward from Subic, number 3, Nat Flores. Start guard number 43, also from Subic, Kitsung Guad. Guard number 27 from Subic, Jomari Madridejo. Center number 20 from Marcelino, Charles Gloria. And at forward number 23 from Palawig, Lindon Del Rosario. The head coach is Sultan Celis. First assistant coach, Ferdinand Castillo. Now make some noise for the NBL 5-time champions, your Taguig Generals. At guard, number 97 from Bagumbayan, Speedy Harvey Subrabas. Shooting guard number 21 from Bagong Tanyag, Fidel Castro. Forward number 13 from South Signal, John Mark Capiran. Playing center number 3 from Palingon Tipas, Jonats Lonto. Power forward from Central Bikutan, number 0, LJ Mayo. Taguig Generals is led by Bing Victoria. First assistant coach, Luke Tumpato.
Here we go. Starting lineups for both squads. For Zambales, it is Madridejo, Sunguad, Gloria, Flores, and Del Rosario. And for the home team, Taguig, Subrabas, Castro, Lontok, Mayo, and Gabiran. It is the visitors against the home team, Zambales, taking on Taguig. This is our main match here in NBL Friday Hoops. The continuation of our President's Cup. Good evening to everyone watching us on all the NBL Pilipinas live stream platforms. My name is Nico Aaron, your anchorman, and I am more than thrilled to bring you the continuation of our season. And Happy New Year to all. And the hoops continue. Zambales getting themselves on the board, coming off of that big win recently. Playing with a lot of momentum are the Constructicons. While Taguig, they stay on top of the team standings. Zambales able to start off strong. A good 5-0 start for the Constructicons here and 1 bucket. And they will go to the line at the bonus. So currently right now, Zambales is at 3-4. They are in the middle of the pack. While Taguig, the home team right now, is currently unblemished at 6-0, number 1 in their group. So a lot to play for both of these squads. Both teams coming off a win. Zambales eking out that close game victory, while Taguig coming off of that dominant win. So which team can start off the year strong and continue their momentum? Those questions are about to be answered tonight. This game, I got the chance to speak with the coaching staff of both squads. For Taguig, this game means a lot. Playing on their home floor here inside the Hagonoy Gymnasium. To get a win in front of their home crowd, the people of Taguig, would mean a lot for them. And for Zambales, if they could get this win on a quote-unquote road game for them, it would be big, especially doing it, if they can do it, against the number 1 ranked Taguig City Generals on their home floor. So can Zambales pull up an upset, or will Taguig get their first win of this year and their 7th of the season and do it in front of their home crowd? A lot of stories and a lot of things to look forward to for both of these squads, Zambales and Taguig, as we have an early review. This is an early whistle for our referees, really making sure they get the calls right here. And this is what is expected to be a highly anticipated, high-octane matchup. Both teams coming from victories, wanting to start the year strong. And we will resume action. Ball will go to Zambales. Good start for the Constructicons, getting on that quick 6-0 run. Good sign for them, able to get their rhythm early, and that's good. For a team that's in the middle of the standings, you get your rhythm early against the number 1 ranked Taguig Generals. Good start for Zambales so far. Mid-range J, book it! Good jumper there. Sungguad making his mark here in the first. .8-0 start. What a performance here for the Constructicons. And we know Zambales, they don't like to play fast. They like to play poised, they like to play with pace, and they really like to get their offense set up. We've seen that earlier here, 8 points already for them, setting up their offense well. They like that half-court set. DHO for Zambales. 9 on the clock for the Constructicons. Good feed inside. Oh, good start. And one bucket. That is his second point for Gloria. Good find here from Del Rosario. Patience, finding the big man. He did have an open shooter on the corner, but opting to go inside to his big man, Gloria, and he is rewarded with the bonus. What a start for Zambales, already in double digits here in the first. We know, if there's one thing we know, Taguig, they know how to come back. That is why they are the number 1 seed. Castro swings it. Oh, in and out there. The Generals still trying to find their rhythm on offense. Good start so far for the Constructicons. Del Rosario. 11 on the clock for the Constructicons. Gloria attacks the paint. And he is fouled on the floor. And there's a foul on the floor called, and wow, quick timeout from the home team Taguig. That is because Zambales has been on a quick run. 10-0 to start our first quarter. More action when we resume. Action resumes here in the NBL President's Cup. Dazzling double-doubles. That is Edziel Galoy in the recent game versus Tikas Kapampangan. 14 points, 5 of 15 from the field. So he has been one of the solid pieces for the Taguig City Generals. They look to use him more in this game. And he plays more of a stretch 2, stretch 3 role for Taguig City. But right now, they're still trying to figure out their offense because Zambales has been giving them problems here in the opening period. A little too strong on that layup there. Good try though. Mayo. Ooh, in and out. Zambales on the run. And now they are at 12 points. What a start for the Constructicons. Really taking this opening period by storm. That is the Blaze 3. It is now 13-0 is the advantage. Good feed on the inside. And one bucket. Gabiran finally gets Taguig on the board. And that is some breathing room if you're the Generals. Good start for Zambales, but way to ice it. That is the second team foul now. As another homegrown native, Coco Tansioko, will check in for Taguig City. Finally on the board is Gabiran. Gonzalez checking in for Zambales. Good start for them. Gloria, well-deserved breather. And for those of you just joining us, both of these squads coming off a win. Take a look at that field goal. 4 of 7 for Zambales, 1 of 8 for Taguig. So the field goals very efficient for Zambales to start this game. And for Taguig, they've been able to get looks, but it's just more of converting for them. Good news for the home team. It's only the first quarter. So Taguig now currently at 6-0. Zambales at 3-4. Both coming off victories last December. They want to keep that momentum going in the continuation of this season. Mayo, also one of the main leaders for Taguig. He is the vet of this squad, looking to lead this younger group of men. Talking about the Generals. Zambales now, they like this set offense. 5 to work with though, they have to come up with something. Ooh. Crucial foul there by Tansioko. Sanguod is now rewarded with 3 shots. And Zambales really starting their offense hot. And if there's one thing we know about Zambales, when they do start games, they always start well. And that's the thing with this team. They like to start well early. And of course, the credit to their coaching staff, able to allow its team to establish themselves early on. We've seen it in their previous matchups. Last year, they like to dictate the pace of the game. It's a team that likes to set on half court. They like to use the inside of the board and really take advantage of matchups. So far, let's see if they could continue hunting those matchups against Taguig in this game. And for Zambales, this is a very pivotal game for them, because if they could get a win here and do it against the #1 ranked team in Taguig, on Taguig's home floor, this could be a really good turning point for Zambales. And so far, it's a good start for them. Mayo, 5 to work with. Good defense from Zambales. As we have a foul on the floor, good defensive sequence from the Constructicons. Good stop so far from Zambales. Their lead is now at 12. Flores doesn't take the J. Gives it to his teammate. Unable to convert there. Taguig, they want to run. This is their offense. High power, octane offense. They like to push. But now, oh, good feed. Put that on your highlight reel. What a connection right there. The big man to his point guard. That is a blaze 3. And Zambales off to a hot start. Now their biggest lead, 15 points. Keeping this crowd silent so far in the opening period. Let's take a look at that one. Whoa, good behind the back from Sunguad. Gives it to his point guard. Nikola Jokic would be proud. What a start for the Constructicons. Dictating the pace early. Tansioko mid-range J, that's cash. for Coco. And just a little story, as he makes that bucket, this guy actually used to be my teammate. I used to train with him a lot. Filipino Basketball Academy, one of the trainees in his younger years. He's grew up in Taguig all his life, talking about Coco Tansioko, and it's a privilege for him to play and suit up now for the Taguig City Generals. And he wants to be able to make his mark coming off the bench. Foul on Gonzalez. Taguig still holding on. Trying to fight back here, but Zambales 18 big points already. And of course, for those of you just joining us, you are watching all of us on the live stream platforms of Puso Pilipinas, Smart Sports, and of course on YouTube, that is NBL Philippines. It is our main game. The visitors against the home team here inside the Hagonoy Gymnasium at the busy Taguig City. The #1 ranked Generals looking to stay unblemished, while Zambales looking to get that pivotal win here and continue their momentum. Oh, good defense from Taguig. 5 to work with for the Constructicons. Gonzalez forcing the heave. And the coaching staff loving that one. That is a long 2. Good patience there from Gonzalez. And so far, make that a 3 rather for Zambales. Let's take a look at that one once again. The patience, and Gonzalez able to make that 3-point bucket. 14 points now for the Constructicons, really taking this quarter #1 by storm. As Mayo is at the free throw line, one of the vets and leaders for the Taguig City Generals. And if there's one thing about this team, they know what it takes to come back from deficits like this. Can they showcase their championship medal early on? Gonzalez, forced it inside, turnover. Good feed. Good recovery though by the Constructicons. Taguig now really trying to get into their fast-paced offense. We've seen it in all the 6 wins they've had. They really like to play fast-paced. Every chance they get to push the ball, they will. And speaking of fast-paced, checking in right now for the Generals is David Completo. And it is now a 10-point advantage for Zambales. Good answer though. Ball will stay with the Constructicons. .14 on the clock. And as I mentioned earlier, good mid-range J though for Quipot. Right now on the floor for the Generals, another fresh face, David Completo. He used to start in their previous games, but this one getting the nod off the bench. Tansioko gives it Tolentino. Good work inside. That Tolentino to Agustin connection. They bring it to 2026. It's been working for them. And just like that, lead is down to 9. What an adjustment for Taguig. 1-2-2 zone defense for the Generals. Really causing problems now for Zambales. And a little too much grab there for Completo. So both teams really starting well here, but Zambales this fast-paced style of basketball has been working for them. They started that first period with a quick 8-0 run. Taguig able to trim it down though. But we saw in the recent game, in that recent win of Zambales, that was a battle test for them. That big win they had in crunch time really told a lot about their team. It helped develop and even further shaping their confidence as a unit. And that is why they're having the start like this today, talking about the Constructicons. They call a timeout as they hold on to a 9-point advantage. We are back here in NBL Pilipinas. And the action continues. It is the visitors against the home team. Zambales taking on Taguig. Still here inside the beautiful Hagonoy Gymnasium. And speaking of basketball, we got the youngsters also showcasing their skills. NBL Youth coming your way this year. That is brought to you one of our festivities here in NBL Pilipinas. We look to bring in fresh young talents and a lot to look forward to here in your NBL Pilipinas as we continue the President's Cup. Once again, I am Nico Aaron, your anchorman this Friday, and it is our main game of our doubleheader. What a game so far. The Zambales Constructicons showcasing their stuff on the home court of our #1 team, Taguig City Generals. Oh, good fast break though. Agustin making his mark. Back-to-back points for him. And just like that, the Generals claw themselves back in. It is now a 6-point ball game. Del Rosario gets his own miss. Oh good, Tansioko with the rebound. Taguig looks to run. Coco with the J. In and out. The biggest lead of Zambales in this one was 15. Oh, he's feeling it. Good shot there. Zambales back to 8. And a good stop for the Constructicons. Hachaso with that mid-range J there. He liked that one. Coming off the bench. And one thing with players that come off the bench, if you could see one basket go in, and this goes for at any level, that just gives you a lot of confidence. So Hachaso loving that one on that recent play. 5 on the clock for Zambales. What do they do? Oh, beautiful find inside. Mayo to Flores. That connection is still alive. Lead is back to 10. Last 2 minutes here in the first quarter. Good defense. Mayo will take on Tansioko. A little too erratic on that one. Mid-range J. Oh, good. Both teams trying to convert. Ooh. And yes, the bank is still open, says Mayo. Able to make up for the earlier one. That's a blaze 3. Lead is back to 13. David Completo with the rock. He's also been one of their scorers for Taguig throughout the season. Can he make his presence felt early? Tansiyoko, good cut. Oh, just in and out. The basket counts. And one for Agustin, keeping Taguig City alive. Off the miss. Agustin picking up the pieces. Ooh, and Mayo calling it there. And a warm round of applause for Mike Sampurna. Welcome back, Mike. He is back suiting up for the Taguig City Generals. Good to see him back for the home team and the crowd giving him a well-deserved round of applause. Thank you very much for your service, and it's good to see him back on the court. Welcome back, Mike Sampurna. And he wants to help Taguig get back in this one. Good shot there. Zambales, the chemistry has been on point so far. Agustin. A little too much steps for Pragoso. If there's one thing that Zambales has been doing well, which is why they have the lead right now, it's been the defensive pressure. Every time Taguig tries to get inside the paint, they cut off those passing lanes right away. So the Constructicons doing well on defense and able to convert. They want the last shot. Good D by Taguig. A chance for the last shot. Fast break opportunity. Too strong on that one. And that will not count, says the referees. It is Zambales building and leading by a dozen. Let's take a look at that one once again. A little too strong. Will that count? And no, it will not. So it is Zambales now with the lead at the end of the first 10 minutes of action. What a start for the Constructicons. 31-19 because of plays like that. And chemistry like this. It is Zambales leading by 12.
Start the day with Guapo Essentials. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. Diminish acne scars with Glutamax Men Face and Body Bar. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. 24/7 freshness, 100% Guapo vibes. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo.
Back to live action here in NBL Pilipinas President's Cup. It is the continuation of our season. We are coming to you from here inside the beautiful Hagonoy Gymnasium at the busy Taguig City. Good evening, everybody. It is Friday Hoops as we bring you our main game. Zambales taking on the home team, Taguig. Once again, I am Nico Aaron, your anchorman, and it's a pleasure to join you. What a spectacular set of games we have. And earlier, what a game that was between Pangasinan and Kamsur. And now it is this one, the second one of our doubleheader. As we open up quarter number 2 of action, Zambales with a 12-point advantage over Taguig. What a start for them. Playing with a lot of pace, and the defensive stops were key for Zambales in that first quarter. They actually forced Taguig to 15 or 5 turnovers rather in that first quarter. Playing really well is Zambales right now. And for those of you just joining us, Zambales is currently 3-4. They're in the middle of the pack, while Taguig, the home team right now, is currently at 6-0. They are at the number 1 on top of the group. So both teams coming off a win, looking to continue that momentum here in 2026. Foul on the floor. We got an offensive foul. There's one thing about the Taguig. They have been trying to get into that quick firepower offense, though. This is a team that is known to run. They like to push the pace every chance they get. Guys like David Completo, Agustin, and all their other bigs. Every chance they will push that ball and try to get the numbers on their side. But so far, Zambales has been forcing them to play on the half court. Because Zambales, on the other hand, it's a team that likes to play like a half court set. Just like this. Just like this. However, steps on that one. And Agustin will take a well-deserved rest. Taguig now a chance to turn this double-digit advantage. Sampurna with the ball there. Good to see him back on the floor once again. The returning Mike Sampurna, thank you very much for your service, sir, for Taguig City, and of course for serving the Philippines as well. It's good to see players like him back from the floor after being a Philippine Army enlisted personnel, still active, and now he is back serving the Taguig City Generals. So thank you very much. It's good to see him suiting up for the home team. Foul on the floor right now, and we will call a review. Taguig saw otherwise there, the coaching staff wanting the referees to review that call there. Very crucial possessions, especially in a game like this, because if you're Taguig, this is your first game of the year. A chance for you to get win number 7. If you could do it in front of your home crowd, it would be big for you, especially being the number 1 seed. So for them, this game means utmost importance for them. Especially in their next match, they're taking on Kamsur, the number 1 ranked team in the other group. So that matchup is to look forward to. Talking about Taguig, so a win here would really help them in terms of momentum. But this team, on the other side, though, on your screens right now, Zambales, also coming from that big win, 109-104. They want to continue their momentum and improve their standings. To beat the number 1 team on their home floor would mean a lot for a team like Zambales. And so that's why challenges like these from the coaches mean a lot, because every play here is pivotal. As we resume action in our NBL Pilipinas.
As a review from the replay center, the challenge made by Taguig Generals was successful.
Successful challenge for the Taguig City Generals. And loving that one there. Let's take a look at that. So the coaching staff challenged this play. Ah, okay. So it was initially called a foul on the floor, but because of the challenge and the review, they overturned that because the ball was released first. But talking about release, this man could get up there, Pragoso, with a slamma jamma. And that puts this crowd to life. What a dunk. Taguig finding their rhythm offensively. Almost a turnover, but Pragoso says, put this on your highlight reel. I'll take this straight to the cup. Lead is down to 9, but Zambales brings it back to 11. What a game. The physicality is at its highest right now. Dorde and Pragoso going at it. Dorde is called for the foul there. The big man really fighting for position in that paint. Taguig 5 of 17. And 4 of 9 points in the paint in that first quarter. Ball is with Mike. Gives it back to Natividad. Midline J. Unable to hit. Good rebound though by Mike. Zambales gets the steal. They have a lot of time here. They like to slow down their offense. They know they have an 11-point lead. Oh, Quipot. Called with an offensive foul. Dorde rather, with an offensive foul. And Taguig now able to find their rhythm once again. But every time the Generals seem to have a run, the Constructicons always find an answer. And that's why they're still up by double digits. Mike, strong drive there. Offensive foul will be called on David Completo. Referees watching over that screen there, putting the elbow down. Mayo will check back in. One of the vets for Taguig, looking to lead the charge and help the Generals fight back. Good rebound there. Mike Sampurna with the drive, draws a foul, and he will go to the line for 2. That's something you want to do if you're Taguig. You're trying to get back in this ball game. You could score while the clock stops. That's a good sign for you. And so at the line right now, the returning Mike Sampurna. Welcome back. And the crowd really giving him an applause for the Philippine Army enlisted personnel, Mike Sampurna. 2 for 2 at the line. Good way for him to get his rhythm from the free throw line. His first 2 points of this game. Lead is back to 9. A lot of new substitutions. For Zambales, Coach Sultan Celis wanting more fresh legs. And if there's one thing about Coach Sultan, he really knows how to maximize this bench. But so does Coach Benito Victoria of the Taguig City Generals. Both coaches really utilizing the depth of their teams. And that's been one of their calling cards throughout the season. You know, the depth of both of these squads has really stood out in the recent games. 8 minutes in the second quarter. The biggest lead of Zambales was at 15. While for Taguig, they're looking to come back in this one. It was a good 13-0 start for Zambales in that first period. And here in the second, Taguig has been able to find their rhythm once again. But they are still down by 9, so they want to fight back. Good steal for the Generals. And Inicia getting himself on the board. That is a blaze 3 for Taguig. And now it is a 6-point ball game. The Generals have fought back. Good stop for Taguig. They have the numbers. Basket. Ooh. Insia able to draw the foul though. This is what we talked about earlier. If you're Taguig, this is the calling card of Coach Benito Victoria and his wards. They like to push. Every chance they get to run the fast break, they will. And that has been the story so far for Taguig in the second quarter. The reason why they have been able to bounce back here is because they've been running. They like to play fast-paced. And Insia, his third straight bucket. One of the key players for the Generals. Him alongside Mayo and Completo. One of the vets for the Generals. 4 points now is the ball game. So slowly but surely Taguig is getting back. Sampurna there with a steal. Madridejo, another one of the scorers for Zambales. He had that big game against Pangasinan recently. Last year he had that standout game. And they'll need more from him in this one. They hold on to a 4-point advantage. 9 to work with. Mayo is fouled on the floor. And just like that, Zambales is already in the penalty early on in quarter number 2. So this is actually a good sign for Taguig. You could just keep on attacking that paint if you're the Generals, knowing that the Constructicons are in the penalty. Head coach Sultan Celis of Zambales reminding, alongside his coaching staff, the coaches Ferdinand Castillo and Noel Muico. Zambales coaching staff looking to build on that momentum they have from the previous win. While head coach Benito Victoria of Taguig wanting to stay unblemished, him and his team. Looking to start 2026 strong. This game, though, has been really physical. It's been a very back and forth affair. Zambales starting off strong, but Taguig able to rally themselves back here on their home floor.
As a reviewed from the replay center, there was a normal foul on Lindon Del Rosario. 2 free throws by Mayo.
And a review that is giving 2 free throws to LJ Mayo. He gets himself on the board. He had that 2-point bucket earlier. Let's take a look at that one once again. Okay, so that is a foul on the floor called by the referees. Nothing intended there. That is a penalty for Zambales. And now it is the Generals within striking distance. 2-point ball game. Taguig fighting back. And they get a stop. Mike Sampurna with the rebound. Taguig looking to run. And a foul on the floor. Pragoso will go to the line for 2. And just like that, The number 1 seeded Generals have fought their way back in this. Pragoso at the line right now. And it was his dunk earlier. That was the momentum boost for Taguig. A much needed bucket for the Generals. His first trip at the line. And Taguig City Generals, they've been known for being able to trim down even big deficits. There's no doubt that this team can fight back when needed. And Pragoso looking to go 2 for 2 at this trip. He does. And we are now back to square one. It is 33 apiece here in Taguig as we approach this timeout from Zambales. Women's hoops is also set to make a comeback as the women also want to showcase their basketball skills. We bring you the Women's National Basketball League WNBL Rising Stars 18 under and 25 under. That is coming to you launching this February 2026. And of course, as per our president of the NBL, Miss Rose Montreal, we are still accepting local organizers. Just message the NBL FB page for interested teams to join. That is the women's WNBL. So a lot to look forward to here in your NBL Pilipinas. And now we are back to live action here inside the Taguig City Hagonoy Gymnasium. It is the visitors against the home team. Zambales taking on Taguig. Good evening, everyone. My name is Nico Aaron, still with you all throughout this game. And what a match it has been so far. Zambales showing a good fight here. They started off the first quarter strong. 12-0 run for them in that opening period. They've been able to dictate the pace. And they had that commanding double-digit lead, talking about Zambales. Taguig, though, the home team, able to fight back here in the second quarter, cutting that 15-point deficit to even things up now at 33 apiece. Both teams coming off of big victories last year, and they want to continue their momentum heading into this one. Pragoso in and out. Insha is fouled. And Zambales reacting to that one. What a turnaround. shot from long range. And he's been known to do that all throughout this season for Pangasinan. For Zambales, rather. Agustin. And he's been known to do that all throughout this season for Pangasinan. For Zambales, rather. Agustin. Cherry pick. Ball will stay with Taguig, 14 on the clock. Baseline inbound. Mike Sampurna, the returning. Ooh, offensive foul is called on Galoy. A little too much push on that one. Ball will go back to Zambales. Of course, to everyone watching us, you could also see on the Aleo channel 23. Let's take a look at that one. Edsel Galoy wanting to call ISO. And too much of the elbow there on Gloria. Offensive foul on that one. Ball will go back to the Constructicons. We're at the halfway point here in quarter number 2. Taguig able to gain momentum, and now they have the lead in what was once a 15-point advantage for Zambales. Mike Sampurna called with the foul. It's first one of the game. And good job here. Del Rosario at the line for 2. Lyndon Del Rosario. And his role for Zambales all throughout this season, he's been more of that hustle stretch 3 player for the Constructicons. The hefty lefty, as I like to call him. Goes 1 for 2 at the line. Still a 5-point advantage for the home team. Taguig now playing with more confidence. Sampurna. Sampurna. They swing it. Oh, a foul on the challenge. And Gloria has to be careful. That's his 3rd already. So the kick out. And that was actually good defense by Gloria. Just a little too much overreach on that one. And that is why Zambales head coach Sultan Celis subs him out of this game. Oh no, he's still in the game rather. Apologies for that. He is now playing with 3 fouls. So Coach Sultan Celis taking the risk, keeping feet inside. That is blocked by Agustin. And the interior defense of Taguig has improved compared to that first quarter. They have been able to protect that paint more, talking about Taguig. Not allowing Zambales any easy baskets, because in that first quarter, Zambales had a lot of points in the paint. But now, Taguig making the adjustments. They're on the run. Good stop for the Constructicons. Back and forth we go here. And Tansioko, or Lontok rather, checking back in the ball game. It has been David Completo and Lontok, the main bigs for Taguig. The Twin Towers, as I like to call them. Madridejo, mid-range J, that is cash. And he gets his rhythm. 39-44 is our score. After that jumper, still a 5-point ball game. So back and forth we go here. And of course, as I say that, I'd like to give a special shout out to NBL Pilipinas President, Miss Rose Montreal. Thank you so much, Miss Rose, for your continuous support here in the NBL Pilipinas. And we wish you a speedy recovery as well. Hoping to see you back here live at the venues during game days as we continue our round 1 action. But thank you very much, Miss Rose Montreal, for your continuous support. President of NBL Pilipinas. Completo. Ooh. Gabiran and Gonzalez getting physical in that paint. This is what I talked about earlier. That was a pass from the big man, David Completo there. He was pushing that ball there to Gabiran. And Gonzalez, a little too physical on that closeout. That is why Gabiran is rewarded with 2 shots. Unable to convert on the first. To everyone just joining us, you were watching the NBL on YouTube and of course on Puso Pilipinas and live on Aleo Channel 23. Thank you very much for supporting the League of Homegrown Talents here in the Philippines, NBL Pilipinas. We got a lot of basketball in store for you. WNBL as well coming your way. The women are also going to make their mark this February. So this February, it is WNBL coming your way. Women's basketball also on the rising, looking to make their mark here in the Philippines. So a lot to look forward to, basketball fans. And at the line right now, David Completo. A bit of a quiet game for this big man of Taguig, but we've seen him in those past 6 games from the Generals. He has been one of their main key offensive units for Taguig, playing that stretch 4 position. And today, he looks to find more of that rhythm he had in those previous games. And good for him to see that ball go through the hoop. Lead is back to 6 for Taguig as we approach our 2-minute mark here in the second quarter. Mayo, offensive rebound. Del Rosario. Oh, it's that streaky shot. He makes it. 3-point ball game now. Zambales has fought back. Trying to get to Gabiran. Oh, good defense by Zambales. Rebounded. Sampurna. He is double teamed. And you gotta give credit to the interior defense of Zambales. Suffocating Taguig, forcing them to kick that ball out. And the Generals will take a breather. 42-45, 3-point ball game. More action when we return. Ones showcasing their talent And the national finals will be the grandest stage for them to do so. So let's look forward to that one. And right now, it is Taguig and Zambales going at it as we bring you Friday Hoops here in our NBL Pilipinas President's Cup. My name is Nico Aaron, still your anchorman in this Friday doubleheader. Thank you very much to everyone joining us on the NBL Pilipinas live stream platforms, of course on YouTube, on Aliw Channel 23, and on Puso Pilipinas. Happy New Year as well to everybody watching. Our first set of games for the new year as we continue round number 1. And what a set of games so far. Earlier, it was Kamsur and Pangasinan. What a game that was. Kamsur able to pull off the victory. And right now, it is Zambales looking to upset the home team Taguig. Completo rather. In and out. Mayo on the run. He uses the glass. And he's been quiet earlier, but now LJ Mayo making noise once again. And because of that Blaze 3, the lead is back to Zambales. What a game for the Constructicons. Both teams already in the penalty. And Zambales, they were up by a dozen in that first quarter. Taguig fighting back, tying things up, then getting the lead. And now, Zambales able to regain the upper hand here. Both teams coming from big victories last December 2025. And now in 2026, they want to continue that big momentum in this tournament. Norde, foul on the floor. It looks like the Constructicons will take the final say here in quarter number 2. 2.85 seconds remaining. A chance for them to get one at the buzzer and take the lead at the half. But since Taguig is in the penalty, Gonzalez will be rewarded with the bonus. And for Zambales, Jose Daniel Gonzalez, he had that three-pointer earlier. Unable to convert here though. Chance for the last shot. Sampurna, almost! And at the end of the first 20 minutes of action, it is the visitors, the Zambales Constructicons, with a 1-point lead as we enter halftime.
Start the day with Guapo Essentials. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo.
Huertas from Central Bikutan We also have Noel Lignis of Bambang and Israel Talavera. You will be given 1 minute. Isang minuto bawat isa sa inyo. Para may na shoot. Let's make a basket from the 3-point line. As many as you can, alright? Unahin natin si Hapon Huertas.
1 minute.
Wait lang ha, Hapon Huertas. Alright, Hapon Huertas, get ready. Your 1 minute starts now. Take your best shot. Hapon Huertas is from Central Bicutan. From any angle. "40 seconds, Hapon Huertas. You still have a lot of time, but take your best shots. You got one. "20 seconds left for Hapon Huertas. "10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Hapon Huertas scored 3 points. Taka 1 basket siya, so 3 points yun for Hapon Huertas. Next up, from Bambang, we got Noel Lignis. Are you ready, Noel? Your 1 minute starts now. Sige, pwede na. Good luck, Noel Lignis. Our first contestants made 1 basket, so 3 points. Lakas pa ng konti. Come on. 30 seconds left. Noel Lignis. "20 seconds. Believe in yourself, Noel. Come on. 10 seconds. Ang dami pa ng fans ni Noel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Thank you for joining Noel Lignis of Bambang. Walang na-shoot si Noel. Still, thank you from all of us here. Last but not the least, si Israel Talavera of Lower Bicutan. Pakadalawa ka lang, Israel. Panalo ka na. Alright, your 1 minute starts now. Israel Talavera. 50 seconds. He got one. 40 seconds. Israel Talavera. Yes, make another one. Yun na nga. He got 2. Okay na yun, Israel. Panalo ka na. He got 3. Ten seconds. 4. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Israel Talavera made 4 3-point shots, so equivalent to 12 points. Congratulations, Israel Talavera of Lower Bicutan. You just won for yourself an exciting item from Arch Athletics. Congratulations.
We are back here in the NBL Pilipinas President's Cup 2025. Let's take a look at our first half stats between Zambales and Taguig. What a game so far. Field goals even, both at 42%, although Zambales has 42%, Taguig rather has 25%. And for the free throws, Taguig has much more free throws, 70% for them, Zambales at 50%, and the rebound numbers have been close, 28 for Zambales and 32 for Taguig, so the hustle from both squads is there, but this is where Taguig stands out. The bench points have been stellar, really showcasing their depth are the Generals. As we take a look at the leading scorers, you have Del Rosario leading the way for Zambales and Agustin leading the way for the Generals. So both teams really well-balanced offensive scoring. And Zambales now holding on to this 1-point lead against the home team, the Taguig City Generals. Good evening to all of our NBL fans watching on the live streams. My name is Nico Aaron and we are still coming to you here inside the beautiful Hagonoy Gymnasium at the busy Taguig City as we bring you our second game of this Friday doubleheader between Zambales and the home team Taguig. We have a foul on the floor. That is Tolentino with that screen. Good rebound by Mayo. And Lee quickly goes back to the Generals. So far in this game, it's been a back and forth affair between Zambales and Taguig. Zambales having that good first quarter, starting strong, but Taguig able to fight back and cut that deficit. And now they have the 4-point advantage courtesy of that Blaze 3 from Mayo. What a game so far. Zambales, though, they have been able to make good adjustments, really taking the #1 ranked Taguig by surprise. And for those of you just joining us, this is the continuation of our NBL Pilipinas President's Cup. I am Nico Aaron, your anchorman, and what a spectacular day of hoops it has been so far. Zambales and Taguig, both teams coming off a win last December 2025. Big wins for both of them, and now both playing their first games of 2026, looking to carry that momentum. And speaking of momentum, Lyndon Del Rosario continuing that hot shooting from the first half as he drains that 3-point bucket. We got another foul on the floor. Lyndon not happy with that one, but he hit that big shot earlier. Oh, foul though will be called on his teammate. Galoy giving the bonus there. This is the first. Edsel Galoy, same starters for the Taguig City Generals here in the second half. 1 for 2 for Edsel. And if you're Zambales, the story for this team, they just came off of that big 5-point win in crunch time. They're currently 3-4 in their group right now, talking about Zambales, so they want a win here to be able to help increase their standings. And if you're Taguig, they are currently the #1 team in the group right now at 6 wins. No losses yet for Taguig City. So both teams looking to start their year strong. Gloria scores on one end, and the veteran Mayo answers him back. Three-point ball game. Woohoo! Smooth like butter. Madridejo gets himself back on the board. This has been the story ever since that second quarter. Back and forth. Quick answers from both squads. Foul on the floor. 2 shots. And Del Rosario has to be careful. That's his 4th foul already. Talking about Zambales' Lyndon Del Rosario, he has to be careful. Currently has 7 points now. Well, with that 3 earlier, 10 points now for Lyndon. And he has to be careful. Does not want to foul out this early for his squad of Zambales. This is still a close game. And that is why head coach Sultan Celis takes out Del Rosario, preserving him probably for the 4th. We got another foul on the floor. And this has also been the story and the theme of this game. To all of our viewers, the fouls, the physicality of this game. We're still early in the 3rd quarter and already we have 2 team fouls for Zambales and a player on the floor. The physicality has been turned up a notch, and this has been present ever since the opening period from both of these teams. Because, like we talked about earlier, especially during the pre-game, this game is very important for a multitude of reasons. For Zambales, if Zambales could get the win here, it would be very big for them to beat the #1 ranked team, Taguig, and to do it in front of Taguig's home floor. That would be such a big momentum boost and confidence boost as well for Zambales. For Taguig, if you could stay unblemished and get a win on your home floor, it will also mean a lot. So this game means a lot for so many people, for so many reasons. And that is why every call is so close. Taguig and Zambales. And what a way to start the year. Intense basketball action. Both coaches giving pointers and reminders to their squads. Sultan Celis, head coach of Zambales. Benito Victoria, head coach of Taguig. Both still in the running this season. We continue our President's Cup. And of course, thank you very much to everyone watching live here at the venue. And of course, on all of our live stream platforms, NBL Pilipinas.
It's a disqualifying foul on number 97, Harbis Subrabas. Harbis Subrabas is out of the playing court.
Wow. That's big. A disqualifying foul. Ooh. The jab to the stomach after the hit. What a solid screen by Flores. Oh. Harvey Surbrabas. The referees saw this one. The referees saw what he did there. And they disqualify Surbrabas from the game. Disqualifying foul called by our referees. As Zambales, a chance to regain momentum after that one. And they are now in par with Taguig. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back to square one. 56 all. What a game. Tic-tac-toe. Oh, good move by Flores, attacking the teeth of Taguig. Insia, unable to get that one off the glass. Zambales now looking to run. Madridejo, long two. And he gives Zambales a 4-point advantage. The tables have turned. 5-point lead now for the Constructicons. Galoy, mid-range J. In and out. Incha to Galoy. He'll try again. Third offensive rebound for Taguig. Just unable to get that ball through the hoop. And the foul on the floor by Tolentino. And the adjustments for Zambales have been on point to start this third quarter. Really forcing Taguig to take outside shots. Let's take a look at these two plays here. Long two for Madridejo, foot on the line. Four-point advantage for the Constructicons. Mayo gives it to Flores. Wide right. Oh, dipsy-do for Mayo. Lead is back to 6. Zambales now regains that lead. And there they are showing fight, taking it to the number 1 ranked Taguig. Good defense. Agustin. Good stop. Helter-skelter basketball, just too strong there. Flores, almost a turnover. Del Rosario, though, able to make that up. Just too strong on that pass to Mayo. Zambales, though, still holds on to a 6-point lead. Both teams still trying to find their rhythm here in quarter number 3. We've been having turnovers so far, but the defense has been there. Talking about adjustments, Zambales, this has been a team that has been able to adjust on the fly. If we could recall, they had that game against Pangasinan last year. That game went back and forth. We had more than 12 lead changes in that game between Zambales and Pangasinan. It's because Zambales, they were able to adjust well, and if there's one thing about this team, the identity of them has been able to adjust. The Constructicons are known for making those adjustments throughout the game. A while ago, we saw them implore a full-court man-to-man. And now they're putting up a half-court man-to-man here, looking to slow down the offense of Taguig. 7-point lead for the Constructicons. Lontok swings to his point guard. Good rebound. And the veteran Mayo picking up the pieces. The home team looking to fight back. Verdejo swings at Del Rosario. No good. Mayo, he wants to push. Oh, too strong on that layup. And Taguig on the other side, we're talking about team identity. They like to run. Trying to get the fast break there, but Zambales doing a great job to recover, forcing that erratic layup. But it is still a manageable lead if you're Taguig. Only 5 points. We've seen them come back from even larger deficits. So we have this head coach's challenge. Talking about the importance of this game. What a way to start off the year. High intensity basketball action here in the NBL Pilipinas. You were watching us live on all of the live stream platforms on Free TV, Aleo Channel 23, and of course on the NBL Pilipinas YouTube pages, and of course on Puso Pilipinas, that is powered by Smart Sports. So thank you very much to everyone watching us wherever you are, everyone tuning in. This is Nico Aaron, your anchorman, still with you, and I'm having a lot of fun covering Friday hoops here in the NBL Pilipinas. Continuation of our President's Cup. And head coach's challenge from head coach Sultan Celis of Zambales. Referees really making sure they get this one right. Coaching staff, of course, on your screens also, assistant coaches Ferdinand Castillo and Noel Muico, alongside Coach Sultan Celis, looking to lead Zambales into a much better seed in their group, coming off of that big win last December. And they want to pull up an upset against Taguig on their home floor. Can they do it? They have a 5-point advantage. And they are reviewing this challenge here. We've had a lot of coaches' challenges in this game. It's because the physicality has been really intense. Neither team letting go of the rope. And both teams able to find their rhythm early on. The biggest lead of Zambales was 15.
As a review from the replay center, the challenge made by Zambales. Last touch on Sampurna.
And it appears challenge is successful. Referees say last touch on Mike Sampurna. That's what the referees call it. Let's take a look at that one. So, too strong on the layup. And there it is. So, the referees calling it a last touch on Taguig. So, it's a successful coach's challenge. But a turnover for Zamboanga. For Zambales, rather. They get it back, and they make that one. 7-point advantage for the Constructicons. Mayo wide open. Oh, that would have been big. Zambales still with a 7-point lead. Sampurna. Oh, good pass inside. What a connection. Sampurna to Inchia. Good find there by Mike. Game is back to within 5. Flores. Ooh, smooth looking teardrop. Back and forth we go here inside the Hagonoy gym. Ball will stay with Taguig. And the crowd here, you could feel it. Anxious energy from everyone here in Taguig. Really rooting for their home team here. Trying to get back in this. Mayo. Good dish inside. And ball will stay with the Generals. They have a 1/10 of a second to work with. Insha. Zores. Oh! That would have counted. And great offensive rebound by Lontok. 62 big points now for the #1 ranked Taguig. Gloria on the floor. He said he was elbowed. The physicality is at its highest. And as we wait for the call, we'd like to give a special shout out also to NBL Chairman Soy Mercado and family. So thank you very much to our NBL Chairman Soy Mercado and to your entire family for your continuous support of the NBL Pilipinas President's Cup. It is our first game day of the year. 2026. Happy New Year to everybody. 2 amazing games so far. Right now, it is the home team playing catch up. The #1 ranked Taguig. within striking distance against the visiting Zambales. Flores has the rock. He's on the weak side. DHO action. Mayo doesn't use the screen. Del Rosario in and out. Turnover by Taguig. Ooh! Good feed, Dorde to Mayo. And that has been a connection ever since last year. Those two, whether it be pick and roll or the big man to Mayo, it works. And they force a turnover. Ball will stay with Taguig. Big third quarter for Zambales. And head coach Sultan Celis wants to talk things over. 7-point lead for Zambales. More action when we return.
As a reviewed from the replay center, the challenge made by Zambales was successful. Last touch on Sampurna.
Back to live action here in NBL Pilipinas. And we have a coach's challenge from Zambales on display right here. Last touch, referees say it was on Taguig. So that is why it is a successful head coach's challenge. So coaching staff of Zambales getting the nod on that one. They have a baseline inbound. 9 to work with for the Constructicons. Good stop by Taguig. Sampurna on the run. Attacking Flores. And Insia picking up the pieces. He will continue to score for Taguig. 64 big points now for the Generals. Good hustle here from Insia. And you could feel, if you are at the venue now, you could feel the home crowd really looking for that burst here in Taguig. At the edge of their seats. This is still a lot of basketball to be played. Completo trying to go to Insia. Unable to convert. Foul on the floor once again. The physicality, no joke. And being here in person at the broadcast, just seeing these players up close, you could see a lot of off-the-ball movement. The physicality of all of these players has been present today, and that's the brand of Philippine basketball. It's a really physical style of basketball here, and that's what makes it entertaining. That's why we have a close game. Zambales and Taguig, neither team letting go of the rope. David Completo with the rock. He wants the weak side ISO. Almost. And a foul is called there. Good job by Mike. Sampurna able to draw 2 defenders. And that is the 4th team foul for Zambales. One more, they'll be in the penalty. At the line right now, the returning Mike Sampurna. Philippine Army enlisted personnel now suiting up for Taguig. Everyone happy to see him back on the court. Wanting to help his team rally back and defend home court. 65-69, 4-point ball game. Weave action from Zambales. Another foul on the floor, and now they are in the penalty. This is what we talked about earlier. If you're Zambales, you do not want to put yourselves in the penalty against a team like Taguig. They have to be careful. Mayo, 10 to work with. Kicks it out. Del Rosario in and out. Foul on the floor. On that box out. Gabiran, his first foul for Taguig. Second team foul for Taguig. And, you know, it's been a game of adjustments, talking about both squads. Zambales, I would say, in this third quarter, has been able to dictate the pace more. They're really slowing down the game, not allowing Taguig to get into their offense. Just like that, right on cue, as I say it, every time Taguig wants to run, Zambales already has that recovery quickly at the backcourt, not allowing the Generals to get into their fast-paced, high-octane offense. So good job by Zambales on the defensive side of the floor. But if you're Taguig, they've also been able to have good adjustments so far. They know Zambales is forcing them to play the half court. So now they're doing a good job of attacking the paint and drawing fouls if you're Taguig. So good job from both teams. Insha, he is back at the free throw line. One of the highest scorers already for the Taguig City Generals, looking to protect home court. This being their first game of 2026. Insha unable to make the first though. Of course, Taguig City Generals wanting to win on their home floor. Get their 7th one here. But they still have to fight back because so far it has been all Zambales dictating the pace of this game. Good pressure by Taguig. Now they're the ones playing man-to-man. Oh, good attack by Gloria. You gotta appreciate that one. He saw the opening, taking that straight line drive and drawing the contact. And Coach Sultan Celis giving some reminders to his big man. Good drive there by Gloria. Recognizing the mismatch, quickly getting off the first step. And this is one of the things I mentioned before when I covered this Zambales team. Talking about their big man in Gloria. He has one of the quickest first steps as a big that I have seen for a big man. The left-handed player, really quick first step for him. Able to get it quickly, attack that rim. Unable to hit the free throws though. Lane violation is called. A low-scoring affair for both squads. It has been a very defensive game. Gloria makes up for that one. Goes 1 for 2 on that trip. We are nearing the 2-minute mark rather of the third quarter. Mike, good feed inside. And there you go. Pragoso gets himself back on the board. Number 8 scoring. Lead is now back to 2 points. What a game we have. Good stop by Taguig. Everyone diving for that. Madridejo and Gabiran fighting for the rock. And who will this go to? Let's take a look at that one. Gabiran gets it initially, but Madridejo trying to fight for position. And we're gonna have a jump ball. Gabiran and Mayo. The 13s are gonna jump. Oh, we got another foul. What a physical game here. And it is a foul on Zambales. So on this jump ball, oh, okay. So the referees call a foul on Mayo initially when he took the jump, took a swipe at Gabiran's hands. A little veteran maneuver, but the referee seeing that one. And that is why Gabiran is rewarded with a chance to tie this game. And if I'm not mistaken, this is our fourth. Oh, we did not tie rather, but that would have been our fourth tie of the ball game. 1 point ball game. Zambales looking for the upset. Taguig wanting to protect home court. As Madridejo gets that mid-range. Half-court man-to-man. Taguig stays with it. We approach our last 2-minute mark here in the third quarter. Flores to Madridejo. What does he do? Swings it to Gloria. That's short. Sampurna looking to attack. Mike, mid-range J. Almost. Good rebound by Gabiran rather. He picks up the pieces. Back and forth. Zambales still with the upper hand. They have a 1-point lead. Madridejo, he is fouled at the line. And both teams already in the penalty. Madridejo, the main point guard for Zambales. At the line, a chance to increase their lead. Oh, unable to make the first. Zambales wants this win. Speaking with their staff earlier, this would be one of their biggest wins according to them because they could beat the #1 Taguig and do it on the road. It would be a lot for them moving forward, talking about the Constructicons. So far, it's looking good for them. Sampurna, good rebound. He takes it by himself, almost an and one. As Mike will go to the line for two. Mike Sampurna, good comeback game for him. Been able to contribute on multiple facets. We have some fresh legs checking in for Zambales. Mike Sampurna, good contribution so far for Taguig. He's been able to score, been able to defend, and it's a balanced performance in his return for the Taguig City Generals. They are currently 6-0 in our team standings, looking to get their 7th win in this tournament and defend home court here inside the Hagonoy Gymnasium. Zambales, swing. Not many three-pointers for both teams in this game. Sampurna uses the glass And Mike reminds us the bank is open on a Friday night. Oh, just a little too much reach though. And now Zambales with a chance to regain the lead. But let's take a look at this shot by the returning Mike Sampurna with the up fake off the glass. Dipsy-do getting that one in, giving Taguig the lead. Chance now for Zambales to tie. It is Jake Zamora making his first trip at the free throw line. Chance at the buzzer. Sampurna, almost. And after chapter number 3, it is now the number 1 ranked Taguig City Generals with a 1-point advantage in their home court defense. Fourth quarter when we return.
Start the day with Guapo Essentials. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. Diminish acne scars with Glutamax Men Face and Body Bar. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. 24/7 freshness, 100% guapo vibes. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo.
Fans in attendance enjoying all of our NBL Pilipinas action. Happy New Year to everyone, and that is our Glutamax Men feeling guapo of the game. And thank you so much to Glutamax Men, giving our fans a treat here in attendance inside the Hagonoy Gymnasium. The busy streets of Taguig City, we bring you Friday night hoops. Here in the continuation of our NBL President's Cup. It is our Friday doubleheader. Nico Aaron, your anchorman for you. And I am enjoying the action. I hope you are too, wherever you're watching from, as we open up quarter number 4 in what has been a back and forth affair between Zambales and Taguig. Neither team wanting to let this one go. Natividad to David Completo. He's been quiet in this game, looking to find his rhythm. We know how David Completo can score at will. Looking to find his mark here. Foul is called on the floor, and Mike will go back to the free throw line. And we got another head coach's challenge to start the fourth. And to those of you just joining us and just tuning in into the NBL Pilipinas live streams, this has been a game of intense, heightened physicality. And the coach's challenges have been non-stop because it's only the fourth quarter. We just started and already we have a coach's challenge, and that's a good sign because it really goes to show how much these teams value a game like this, because Zambales wants to get the win and force the upset on the home court of the #1 ranked Taguig City. And the win here would be big for either squad.
As a review from the replay center, the challenge was unsuccessful. Foul on Flores, 2 free throws by Sapurna.
So unsuccessful that time. Coach's challenge of Zambales. Let's take a look at that. Mike Sampurna with the drive. And I think Zambales was challenging that one there. They wanted an offensive foul. Talking about Zambales' challenge. Zambales was challenging that drive of Mike Sampurna. But unsuccessful that time is the coach's challenge of Zambales. And that is why Mike Sampurna will find himself back at the free throw line. He had that and one earlier. And he's been a solid contributor so far in his return. Giving Taguig a 2-point advantage right now. 74-72. 11-minute mark in the fourth. Oh! Allow the big man to go to work. And that is what Zambales wants to see from their big. Ed Nilag, allow me to go to work. That is just classic, traditional, big man, bully boy basketball. And he makes the bonus. And what a game. Lead now is back to Zambales. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your seats. This is Friday night at its best. Zambales fighting back. And if I'm not mistaken, we've had already more than 10 lead changes already in this game. That just talks about the intensity of this matchup. Good stop by the Constructicons. Mayo forces that one. And foul on the floor is called. Agustin loses the handle. Natividad says, let's relax. Uses the pick and roll action, and that works. Natividad to Pragoso, PNR. And they get that one off the glass. Oh, Ed Nilag with the shove on David Completo. Things are heating up. Referees saw that one. They call an offensive foul on Ed Nilag. Substitution for Zambales. Let's take a look at that one. The recent call right there. There it is. Yep. Ed Nilag with the shove, and the referees call an offensive foul. But Taguig turns it over, so ball will go back to Zambales. 76-75, still anyone's ball game in the resumption of our NBL President's Cup. And what a way to start the year. This is 2026 basketball here in the NBL. This is a good one. Good feed inside. Ed Nilag loses the handle though. And he says, allow me to make up for my mistake. Back-to-back points for the big. Oh, high in the sky. Agustin from Galoy. Back and forth basketball. And the Generals get a stop. Let's Take a look at that one again. The alley-oop and the bucket. Taguig regains the lead, but it is only a mere point. Oh, good read. Oh, all the way. Allow me to reintroduce myself, says Sunguad. Blaze 3. Zambales regaining the advantage. 2-point lead for the Constructicons. A lot of basketball still in the fourth quarter. Flores takes it strong, and that is good recognition there by Flores. One adjustment I noticed from Zambales right now, every chance they get to attack, they will. Not allowing Taguig to really set up their defense, just attacking those driving lanes. And Flores is back at the free throw line. Looks to go 1 for 2 at this trip. Currently, Nathaniel Flores has 11 points so far, the second leading scorer of Zambales. A chance to increase his output. Zambales playing with a lot of confidence from the opening tip. And to them, they weren't frightened. They weren't phased facing the number 1 ranked Taguig City. They've been playing confident from opening tip. And Taguig, on the other hand, they've showed us their experience and their composure as well. Being able to rally back here, being down as much as 15 to Zambales, Taguig has fought back. Mayo to Sunguad. Back-to-back points. Another Blaze 3. It is now a 6-point lead for Zambales. 7 minutes in the fourth. Mayo jump shot. That is cash. Quick answer from the vet. Sunguad. Oh, good defense by Galoy. He says goodbye. Oh, too strong, but Mayo, veteran presence. He stays with the play, gets the offensive rebound. Back-to-back points for him. And he will draw the foul. Take a look at this play again. Mayo mid-range J. Then Galoy, wide open layup. A little too strong. Mayo picks up the pieces. One of the main leaders for Taguig all throughout this season. And Coach Benito Victoria trusting his vets. Looking to defend home court and stay undefeated in this tournament is Taguig. But they will have to deliver a good counterpunch because it is Zambales right now with the upper hand. 11 seconds. Ridejo, no good. Mayo with the rebound. Chance for Taguig to tie. Another foul on the floor. And Taguig now is starting to look like the Taguig City Generals we all know. Now they're starting to push the pace, get back to their high-octane, fast-paced offense. In these recent minutes, they've been able to run, they've been able to draw fouls, and they've been able to attack that basket at will. As Mike Sampurna checks back in for Taguig. He's been playing well so far. As we near the halfway point. 6 minutes. A lot of basketball. And once again, thank you so much to everybody watching us on our NBL President's Cup live stream on YouTube, on pusup.com, and of course on Aliw Channel 23. We thank you so much. What a way to start your year with some NBL Pilipinas action this 2026. The doubleheader this Friday has been a treat. 7 on the clock for Taguig. Agustin swings it. Mike. Oh, they did not recognize the shot clock there, talking about Taguig. Coach Benito Victoria not happy with that possession. Zambales really giving a fight here. Hungry to silence the home crowd. Flores, they go to Mayo in the post. What will he do against Agustin? Oh, good move! Up and under for Mayo. Sampurna gives it to the other Mayo. He wants to answer. Chance for a 2-for-1 for Zambales. Mayo turns it over. And the other Mayo with a Pinoy step. The veteran going deep in his bag. That is a blaze 3 for Taguig. And we are back to a 1-point ball game. Woo! What a game as we approach the halfway point of quarter number 4. Madridejo wide open. No good. Agustin's running. He goes to Mike. Mike! Oh! Mike Sampurna with the hang time. Good feed on the inside. No good there. Mike gets the rebound. Oh, good stop by Zambales. What a sequence. And Taguig with a spurt of life. LJ Mayo with a Pinoy step. And then Mike Sampurna. Okay, Cap. We salute you. Getting the crowd on its feet on that one. And suddenly, the home team has found life. They regain the lead. It is a 2-point ball game. They go back to Mayo in the post. He's against Tansioco. Going to work. Ooh, good J. A little short though. Coco Tansioco. The homegrown native of Taguig checking back in the game. He has the rock. As deflected by Mayo. And we need a breather. That is why we have a timeout on the floor. Coach Benito Victoria wants to reassess his wards. Timeout from Taguig. More action here in the 4th. We are back to live action here in NBL Pilipinas. And the home team, a spurt of momentum. Mainly because of this man, one of their vets, LJ Mayo. 21 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 steals. A double-double output already. Mayo looking to lead his home squad, the Taguig City Generals, to their 7th win And they want to defend home court here inside the Hagonoy Gymnasium. But this is still anyone's ball game on a Friday night. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back to live action. Nico Aaron is the name, and I'm your anchorman for today's game. And what a match it has been so far. The visitors and the home team, neither one letting go of the rope. Sampurna, oh, that's stolen by Zambales. LJ, Miri, gets his own miss. Coco swings it. Mike, back to Coco for three, in and out. Another offensive rebound, and that's been another story of this game. Taguig has been able to fight back mainly because they have the hustle points. They've been getting a lot of second chance looks and offensive rebounds. And that is why they are with a 2-point advantage. They had the hustle. But Zambales able to get some stops as well. Mayo to Tansioko. Back to LJ. Short. Zambales, a chance to tie. Del Rosario. Just shooting that with confidence. Zambales didn't have the numbers on that one, but Del Rosario says, no problem. I'll give you a blaze 3. And now the lead is back to Zambales. What a game. Let's take a look at that. Brushing off the defender and using the glass. Oh, a turnover by Taguig. Zambales on the run. Del Rosario once again. He's in a flow state, ladies and gentlemen. Another blaze 3, back-to-back blaze 3s. 4-point lead now for Zambales. Silencing the people here in Taguig. Oh, as we have a player on the floor. Oh no. This is Zambales Madridejo, their point guard. Oh no, that's not good. Not at this juncture of the ball game. Try to get a replay on what exactly happened there. This was away from the ball. All the action was happening inside the paint. As Jumari Madridejo, he gets back on his feet. Looks like he took a strong hit. And he wants a sub. Down on the floor. Two minutes is still a long time. We have a lot of basketball to play, and you know, covering the Taguig City Generals throughout this season, I've seen them and how they play at their best. When Taguig plays at their best, they are hard to stop. But tonight, Zambales they wanted to make sure they had the first step, and they dictated the pace, not allowing Taguig to get to their usual high power, quick offense. Was Zambales starting off from that opening tip. For those of you just joining us, Zambales had that big 15-0 lead in the first minutes of the first quarter. They dictated the pace early, and it was Taguig that was playing catch-up. But Taguig, though, they did an amazing job cutting that 15-point lead and regaining the lead. They led by as much as 5 points, talking about Taguig, showing their composure and their poise. But Zambales just able to have an answer here in the fourth. So, are we about to witness an upset? Will Zambales give Taguig its first loss of the season to open up the year? Or will the number 1 ranked Taguig defend home court and stay unblemished?
as a reviewed from replay center, was an unwarranted foul on Kenjin Tolentino. Technical plus ball, one free throw on Zambales.
And we got a free throw right now for Zambales. They call an offensive foul on Tolentino of Taguig on that screen right there. So ball will go back to Zambales. So that answers the question. That is why number 27 of Zambales, Madridejo, was on the floor because of that screen there, and the referees calling an offensive foul on that one. Of course, Coach Benito Victoria wanting to defend home court here, not wanting to get their first loss, talking about Taguig. Zambales looking to start their year strong, wanting to force one of their biggest wins so far, if they do get this win of the season. Madridejo sinks the first. Taguig, chance to defend home court, stay unblemished. Zambales, a chance to force an upset. 2:25 here in Chapter 4. Still a very long way to go. We have a lot of basketball here in the NBL. Mike, Sampurna says, allow me to reintroduce myself. Cutting this lead down to 3. Del Rosario, long range. Foul on the floor on Tolentino again. The referees have been eyeing that one. And Taguig already in the penalty. Zambales, a chance to get their lead back to 5. Ed Nilag, one of the main big men for Zambales, now at the free throw line. A chance for 2. Ed Nilag misses the first though. What a game here by the visitors. On the road, playing with a lot of confidence. And you could hear the bench rallying their team. We are entering crunch time. Zambales and Taguig. Mike Sampurna with the drive, no good. The home team trying to rally themselves back here. Agustin, good move. And the crowd is back in it. Taguig still in this one. They get a stop, a chance to tie. Agustin, all the way, in and out. Ball will stay with Taguig. And now the crowd is getting into it. They do not want their team to get their first loss. The Generals trying to stay alive, looking to stay unblemished. Zambales wanting to put this one away. Get on that bus. But a minute and 24. And in all my years of playing basketball, as a player, I know how long this minute is. A lot can still happen. This is still anyone's ball game. Who will dig deep? Who can step up and take their team to victory? Will it be Zambales? Will it be Taguig? We have 84 seconds to find out. Referees reviewing things on the floor. Coach Benito Victoria going with his veteran 5 of Taguig, of Insha, Agustin, Sampurna, Mayo, and Lontok. Looking to stay unblemished at 7-0. If Taguig drops this one, they go to 6-1. But they do not want to do that in front of their home crowd. Backs against the wall are the Generals. LJ Mayo, a double-double already tonight. Still not enough to put this one away. They'll need one more push from him and the rest of Taguig if they want to protect their home court. Zambales. Wow, they win that challenge. Let's take a look. Agustin trying to go for this open layup. Sungguad. Good recovery. And it is the possession. Last touch by LJ. LJ Mayo fighting for that one, but the referees call it Zambales ball. A minute remaining here in the fourth. A chance for Zambales to put this away and silence the home crowd. For Taguig, a chance to get a stop and tie things up here in their home floor. Del Rosario, good defense by Taguig. Sampurna takes it strong, and we are tied. The crowd is on their feet, and the home team is back. They have the lead after that Blaze 3. The returning Mike Sampurna taking on that military cap. Big bucket, number 27. Jumari Madridejo with the answer. This is how you start the year, and this is why we love basketball. What a game! Zambales and Taguig. Let's take a look. Mike Sampurna, good drive. Off the glass, Blaze 3 bucket. They had the lead for a few seconds, but Madridejo says, allow me to change things up. And the comeback kids of Zambales silencing the home crowd. Wow. 25 seconds on the clock. More action when we get back. Back to live action here in the NBL President's Cup. Jumari Madridejo, 19 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, and 3 steals, leading the charge and building for the Constructicons. The big 3 right there. Let him know, kid. Zambales with a shocker in a chance for them to pull off one of the biggest upsets of this season so far. They want to hand the Taguig City Generals their first loss of this season. But Taguig, we know this team. They will not go down without a fight. They are the #1 ranked team in their group for a reason. They are undefeated for a reason. talking about the Taguig City Generals. 25 seconds in the fourth quarter. Still a chance for them to tie things up. Crucial free throws for Ed Nilag. He nails the first. For Taguig, they are still in this one. Ed Nilag, he makes it a 2-possession ball game. That's big for Zambales. Here we go. LJ trying to get that quick bucket. Good defense by Ed Nilag. 16 seconds now. Taguig needs to convert. And Coach Benito Victoria wants to talk things over. He knows they're still in this. More action when we return. We are back in the NBL President's Cup 2026. Group B standings as of now, Taguig is still undefeated at 6-0. They remain on top. And then Zambales at 3-4 right now. So both teams with crucial victories here. Of course, if things do stand, Taguig will get their first loss. They will still be number 1 in the group though at 6-1. Zambales though at the verge of getting their biggest win so far. They will go up to 4 wins. Tancioko, too strong. Rebounded by Del Rosario. And Taguig is forced to foul, and the Constructicons can smell it. Will they complete the upset? Baseline inbound here. LJ Mayo kicks it out to Coco Tancioko. Too strong there. And Del Rosario, a chance to take this baby home. Zambales Constructicons. Big win after big win. Del Rosario. This man stepping up when needed. 2 for 2. No Fomera, no problem for Zambales as they put on an upset. The Constructicons win on the home floor of Taguig. What a game. 101-95. Back and forth action. And you have to tip your hat off to Taguig as well. The home team not going down without a fight, showing poise, showing composure, showing experience, able to rally back, but it was the efforts of Zambales and plays like this from Madridejo that give them the victory. Our best player of the game, Jumari Madridejo, 19 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, and 3 steals. The comeback kid leading Zambales to another big victory in our NBL season. And it is all smiles for the road team. And they're going to go back to Zambales, go back on the bus. And they're going to have a good road trip going home. What a game here as Taguig looking to bounce back. 101-95 is our score. Friday Hoops. And what a game that was. Both teams making the adjustments. Credit to both coaches. And Taguig doing a good job, showing good fight, playing like the #1 seed they are. They are still on top though. They go to 6-1. Still, the number 1 team in the group is Taguig City Generals. Let's take a look at our smart, powered up plays. What a game this was, and what a treat for all NBL fans. First quarter, Del Rosario really making his mark early. It was Zambales starting strong, 15-0 start for the Constructicons. They dictated the pace from start of the first quarter and really taking it to Taguig. Zambales with a 12-point lead. In the second quarter, however, the number 1 team, Taguig, showing us why they are on top of the standings, able to make the adjustments and come back. That's why they were able to cut that lead of Zambales, showing us the experience was Taguig. Leading us to a 1-point game in the half, and now at the third quarter, Taguig continuing their offensive prowess, playing like the number 1 seed they are. But Zambales just making the adjustments at the right moments. Of course, LJ Mayo, double-double outing for him. Flores also contributing, helping out the Constructicons. And at the third, Taguig actually had the lead. So the home team making good adjustments there. But the fourth quarter, Zambales not letting Taguig pull away. Del Rosario just taking matters into his own hands. And good return though for Mike Sampurna. Big performance for him so far. But it was just those clutch moments from Zambales, giving them their biggest win of the season yet, 101-95. The Constructicons win on the road here in Taguig. As the Taguig City Generals are 6-1, but they are still the number 1 in our standings. And so, on behalf of all the hardworking men and women of our NBL Pilipinas production team and crew, my name is Nico Aaron, saying thank you. We hope you enjoyed our Friday Hoops. We'll see you next time here on NBL Pilipinas.
Start the day with Guapo Essentials. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. Diminish acne scars with Glutamax Men Face and Body Bar. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. 24/7 freshness, 100% guapo vibes. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo.